Hello and welcome back. It's great to have you. I'm Martha Angelini, spiritual guide and teacher. And as you can see, I am sitting in the conversation chair, which means it must be story time, or in this case, excerpt time. So the excerpts that I'm going to be reading from all regard this rebalance that we're experiencing as the group sees it. This is really more from what we would consider an individual perspective. So how do we work with this rebalance as individuals? I'm actually going to start from a conversation I had with them about 3.5 years ago. It does actually talk about balance from an individual perspective, and it actually is more about the process as well as maybe a hint or two about how we might be able to do this as individuals. I am going to warn you, though, it is a little choppy. This was really the first time I had actually talked to them at that level, so I was still new and the vibration was a little bit more than I could handle at the time. So I'm going to start there, and then it will make sense as I bring it into the conversation that I had on April 19th, 2020. So it starts out, I was asking them about balance, and they said it's about dedicated to balance, right? And balance is a dynamic. Stay in the balance point. And my question was, is this connected to the forgiveness piece? That is the next step. Forgiveness, compassion, balance. They are all in the fourth chakra. They don't work separately from each other. So then I said, talk more about balance being a dynamic. As you understand other sides, by experiencing what it means, you understand that it holds some truth. It can be seen as part of the whole, and the point of balance shifts. Reality changes. Compassion for both increases. Forgiveness and acceptance are reached. That's the reality shift. It's no longer real that they are separate, and two seemingly opposite ideas coexist. So that, bringing now into 2020, that is the individual rebalance, as the group said. And I said, say more. The understanding that a purely material approach can only take you so far. You get to a point where your questions are no longer being answered. You begin to question your current way of understanding. You begin to look at your belief systems in a different way. The key is to look at other ways in an open-minded way, not negating what you have or how you got there, broadening how you look, how you view, and individually working with your experiences to encompass a broader understanding. That's when you begin to see the new way of perceiving your reality has some truth, that the old way wasn't wrong because it also has some truth. When you have learned higher math, you don't negate the learning of addition and multiplication. All are true, all are necessary. Then I asked, are you saying that this rebalance or movement away from material to non, and I was interrupted, it's not a movement away, it's an encompassing. It's maintaining the knowledge and lessons of the material and carrying that essence forward into the non-material. The individual balance becomes a wholeness. So that brings us right back to that individual experience of what I was asking about 3 years ago, which was you, by understanding other sides and experiencing what it means, you understand that they both hold truth. And that when you see that, it becomes whole. Our point of balance shifts, our balance of understanding what is true for us, and then we have compassion, forgiveness, and acceptance. So thanks so much for listening, and I will definitely be having more of these coming because they were very insistent that after this particular conversation I had with them on the 19th, they said you must come back. We have some clarification. So there is more coming. So I would love to hear any of your comments, discussion questions, anything that comes up. So if you could put those in the comments, that would be great. And I look forward to seeing you in the future. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.